Listen, just a reminder. I don't think I have to tell you this. If you do something like what I'm doing, make sure that you let someone know at home that you're doing it and about the time you're going to come back. It's a good idea also to go with a group. Someone have a phone and have some equipment around, first aid stuff. And whatever you do, if it looks too dangerous, it probably is. Thank you.
Hello. Welcome to my world. What's this I see? Is this that wall that they're going to put up that separates the United States from Mexico? I don't think so. This thing was created by Mother Nature. And boy, is it great. Now any fool, you know, could take $40 billion of tax money and build some wall. And it wouldn't take long. But this thing was created by Mother Nature. It took 40 million years to do. And it's a lot cooler. And you know what else? It doesn't cost anything. It's pretty cool. Tell you what, why don't you come with me and we'll go check it out. Maybe we can make some interesting discoveries or something. Follow me, let's go. Well, here we are. We're at Dixon Lake Recreational Area, just east of Escondido, California, Southern California. And we're gonna go do some climbing here on this adventure. Learn a few things. I'm not real familiar with the area yet, so there are bound to be some surprises for both of us. Now there's an interesting joint. Goes up there. Joint is jumping. And over here we got some bedding. Interesting. This is all granite here. Quite beautiful. It looks like we got a couple of inclined planes that we have to climb up here. Gosh, I think my sphincter muscle just tightened up a little bit. We got to do some climbing here. Oh yeah. I can see the horizon from here. Let's see. Yeah. Oh boy, look at this thing. Well, I'm going to have to put away my camera for a moment. I don't have anything I can put in it. I put it into so you can watch. So I'll be up there in a second and I can show you some more. Alright, I am partway up this crack. As you can see, that's where I gotta go. So you're probably wondering about what kind of critters we have around here. Well, we got rattlesnakes, big cats, Africanized bees. And anyhow, this is the second face that I have to go up. As you can see, it's pretty bleak, but there are areas that I can use, that I can climb, despite not having any equipment. So I'm not real scared about it. I could go the easy way, but you know, we'll see. You can probably. So this beautiful sculpture here from Mother Nature is the remnants of a batholith. Now, what is a batholith? Well, when magma comes up, it forms little pockets as it heads through the sedimentary rocks until it gets stopped, usually by solidifying. And you get a whole bunch of these. They're individually called a pluton. They run into each other and they form a big giant underground mountain. That's the only way to describe it. Now, how does that get to the surface? Well, we'll talk about that in a little while. Let me take you around and you can see some more. I love these overhanging rocks here. They're just too cool. We'll be up. So, how does all this stuff get from underground to get up so high? I got one thing to say to you. Oddessey. No thank you, rude waiter. Actually, there's another meaning. I mean, you could probably use it that way. Oddessey, to explain it, it should actually be as plain as the nose on my face. But if it isn't, then I'll have to use the nose on my face to explain it. Alright. Let's do this. Now, put a little pressure on the tip of my nose, and what you see is my nostrils are going to flare out. And I look like an alien. Okay. Why does it do that? Well, there's some plasticity there. And when you put pressure there, it makes everything else move away and get bigger. Sort of like making up for the fact that I pushed my nose down. But let's say instead, now remember this is on the outside, so don't get upset. It's not a Seinfeldian thing here. You put my fingers on both sides of my nose like this and push in, and what happens is that my nose gets bigger in the middle. The same thing happens here. As more and more erosion takes place, it gets lighter. And because of that, the surrounding area gets heavier from the sedimentation that's down there. And it pushes it up. And eventually, you get this stuff. How about that? Yeah, I know. It's a real honker. Yeah. I know that. It's getting even bigger. It's getting to look like a Roman fountain. The only reason I know that is because yesterday some guy walked past me and he turned, made a wish and tossed a coin in my face. It should tell me something. Alright, I've come up here on this path here. And I look over here and I see a large gap up there. This is like Mother Nature at her best, creating monuments to herself. This is really great stuff. And this is climbable. I can get up here. Okay. Just looking down into the community. This is looking the direction I'm going. I think maybe I can make it all the way to the top here, going this route. Well, check this out. We're coming up on a chamber, and it's a big one. Goes way back. So, incidentally, while I'm doing this, talking to you and filming and everything else, I'm also checking for snakes. I got a big stick. Usually put it in the dirt in front of me so I know what's going on. Don't want to end up getting bit by one of those suckers. So, here's a chamber. It's part of a big maze. At any moment, might actually see Pac-Man come around the corner there. Wacka wacka wacka. Hopefully not. Well, check it out, ladies and germs. This is what it's all about. Exploring. We're now inside a chamber. Even the quality of the sound changes. That's pretty cool. Right down there we can see an exit I wouldn't want to go out of. It goes completely down. And right here is the top of the mountain, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to have to chimney up this thing. Over on my left is another chamber here. So you can see I'm still doing a chimney up here. And that actually leads into the one we were just in, only you can't really crawl through it, and I don't think I'd want to in case there's some snakes in there. And here's the mothership. That really goes back there. Anyway, here's an interesting topside view. As you can see, I'm completely surrounded here by the different chambers and the maze. And there, of course, is beginning of the city down there. We're up here. I thought I'd maybe tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Mike. Came here from Minnesota a couple of years back, and I keep getting calls from my family. They keep asking me about whether I've been dating any starlets or anything, and all I can say is that it's very, very difficult to hook up with celebrities. Even if you're a celebrity yourself, and besides, it's really hard because the judge said that I can't go within 500 feet of their residences. Yeah, I had a good lawyer though. It was supposed to be 1,000 feet, and he got me down to 500. Nice guy. Only part-time lawyer though. He also is a maitre d' for Che Guevara's bistro. And as each guest comes in, he usually hands them a business card and a dead cockroach. Smart guy, yeah, pretty intelligent. Yeah. Anyhow, I heard that the Trump administration is interested in hiring him. Well, you know, onward and upward, I guess. Let's see what else. Well, I took a course in the humor of quantum physics. I was been assured by the instructor that if I wait around long enough that a joke will probably spontaneously spring into existence. So I'm kind of waiting on that. We'll see what happens. Something might pop up. Alright, well, we're back down at the base camp here, so I'm all set. I'm still alive. Just got to change my underwear. I'll be okay. I want to thank you for coming along with me on this little trip, and I'd like to tell you that there will be more. I'm thinking about a spelunking trip up at Colossal Cave called Dark Terrors of Mike, and we'll go in there and with a bunch of people and probably learn a few things. I want to give a shout out to one of my favorite characters from The Walking Dead. That would be Melissa McBride, Blaze Carroll. Boots, I love you. Anyway, I can't get it out of my mind. I keep thinking about that wall, you know? I mean, just to keep out the bad guys, but there's something missing. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's not like the terrorists are going to come through Canada or anything. Oh, jeez. Adios.